Good morning and welcome to day 10 of our second annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, here with my co hosts, the 12th place finisher in the freeze out event, Brian Pinkus, and my friend from the UK, Dark Angel Donna Morton. And let's not forget our guest co-host this week, Maureen Bloklinger from Switzerland. Welcome and good morning, everyone.
Good morning. It's an international affair.
It is an international affair. How could we ever go wrong?
Stop with international affairs, please.
Come on now. Maureen, I'm trying to invite you up. When you're ready, just request in that bottom left corner. I just want to take a moment of silence for the lives lost 80 years ago when we landed on the beaches of Normandy. Thank you. Many thanks to Elevator Results, who's been our sponsor since day one. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevated Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their site at elevatedresultspt.com. Please be reminded you can find the recordings of our spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe when you go there. Brian, congratulations on a great vlog, and I'm so excited that Chad Holloway picked it up and tweeted about it this morning. But tell us where to find it.
Oh yeah, great guy. I love Chad. You can find it on YouTube at Software Brian, and I was streaming on there last night actually too. Sherry made a deep run in the ACR, so.
Well, congratulations on that. I stopped by for a minute, but I was on baby duty because daddy had to go to work and mommy was tired. So it's not easy listening when I'm taking care of the babies. So I ducked out, but good job, bud.
Yeah, I'm not in Vegas this morning though. I was debating that. I actually had a moment of a vision, if you will, of like I could make it to Thursday. No, seriously, Sherry, and this still may happen. Plenty of time. I could fly back tomorrow morning and get one extra shot at the 300. I mean, how awesome would that? Really, Sherry, it's about wanting to spend time with the family, because if I can get through day two today, then I got the whole weekend to hang out with the family before I got to be back for day two.
Brian can justify just about anything these days to degen to Vegas. And you will thank us Saturday morning when you're at home getting ready to leave because you've spent Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with the family.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And I want to give some shout outs this morning before we get too knee deep into this. First, Brad, Space Cadet, as I like to call us, he won a 10K seat into the main event last night online. I'm so proud of him and excited for him. And if you remember, about a week or 10 days ago, Brad won a package on the WPT site because he's a streamer, part of their stream team.
I love it.
And he won a 12K package to the WPT in December. So Brad is on a roll. Good luck to Brad. I'm so excited for him.
He's going to put it together in one of these and make a super deep run. And that would be so awesome. I would love to come. You know what we should do, Sherry? When he makes the WPT championship final table, we should run like a DJ booth in like the, take over for him, help him out, run the DJ booth.
I love that. And have a Twitch space with a DJ and rail him at the same time. I love that. I also want to talk about some other folks that are doing well right now. Shout out to longtime Space Cadet Pat Moore. Some of you may be familiar with him.
Yeah.
And he's been talking on Twitter about how he's been saving to play the main event. And he was up to about $4,800 in savings when Ben stepped in and put up another 1,000. So now he's up to 5,800. So he will definitely be playing the main event this year. And I'm
Let's
so
go.
excited for him. Another shout out to Space Cadet Chase Davis, who bagged 810K in the
800. Yeah.
$800 deep stack. So good luck to Chase when he hits the ground running today on that tournament. And hopefully he's going to bring home the gold, as they say. And
Such a good guy.
he is such a good guy. Another shout out for another space cadet who seems to be on fire already at this WSOP. And I think may end up being the first space cadet to win a bracelet this summer, besides our 12th place freeze out winner, Brian, of course.
Yeah, 12th place doesn't get you a bracelet though, Sherry.
Well, but you're well on your way to, to
Yeah.
that goal. But Andres, who we had in the other morning, is sitting with the fourth biggest stack going into day 3 of the $1,500 Omaha
Wow.
high, low, 8 or better. Right now, at this point, he's guaranteed a little over 13,000. So good luck to Andres. We'll be following him, and
Let's go.
I'm kind of torn because Daniel Lowry's in that tournament, and I picked him yesterday. So now I have Tutorel in that tournament. I'm kind of excited.
Only one of them was in the space here, Sherry. So
I know, but the other one I know in
it
real
says
life.
something about our morning space. I mean, how many events have there been? We've got, at least 2 of us super deep, and hopefully
I may be the
Andres
lucky charm. I don't know. I may be a lucky charm here.
Yeah.
Donna may be a lucky charm. Just saying. So let's move on.
I mean, Sherry, think of how many bracelets Daniel Negreanu would have if he had just come in our space here over the last 10 years.
I agree. Look at what happened with Alan Keating. We had him at the meetup game. We had him in a space. And all of a sudden, he wins a $2.5 million hand-on hustler. So, come on, people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth millions. I mean, honestly.
So let's talk about the bracelet event schedule at the WSOP today. At 10 a.m. is the $300 No Limit Gladiator Flight A. 11 a.m. is the $800 Day 2 Deep Stack. 12 p.m. is the $1,500 PLO High Low 8 or Better Day 3. Also, at 12 p.m. is the $1,500 PLO 8 Max Day 2. 12 p.m. there you'll also see Day 1 of the $2,500 No Limit High Roller. At 1 p.m. is the 5K No Limit 8 Max Day 3. At 1 p.m. is the 10K No Limit Limit Hold'em Championship. At 2 p.m. is the 10K Dealer's Choice Championship Day 4. And at 2 p.m. is the 1,500 Deuce to 7 Triple Draw Low Ball. Those are your bracelet events today. The non-bracelet events schedule for the day is a 9 a.m. $250 Seniors Deep Stack, 12 p.m. $50 Gladiator Landmark, a 1 p.m. $250 No Limit Poker News Deep Stack, a 3 p.m. $240 No Limit $240 Landmark for 2,000 in chips. The 4 p.m. is a $400 No Limit Turbo. 7 p.m. is an $1,100 PLO 8 or better Landmark. At 8 p.m. is a $200 No Limit Turbo. And at 10 p.m. is a $135 Landmark for 1,000 in chips.
Yeah, I don't know about those landmarks. I think that the strategy of it in my mind is like messing with me. I was so good. I was really actually pretty good at the standard satellite format. Right. So it's kind of a bummer to me. Do you want me to jump in and do the Venetian and the win, Sherry?
Please do.
Okay, at 11:10 at the Venetian, we have the PLO Bounty Tournament, $1,100 buy-in. It's a monster bounty, Sherry. They say $150,000 guaranteed, $30,000 stacked, 30-minute levels, late reg until 4:40, And the bounties are anywhere from $200 to $1,000. And then tomorrow, I'm sorry, at 12 o'clock today at the Wynn, we have the No Limit Hold'em Day 1C, the $1,600 buy-in. That one, Sherry, big $2 million guarantee, $30,000 starting stack, and 40-minute levels on day one, increasing to 60-minute levels on day two. Which, by the way, great that they kind of, the Wynn has been the one that's been doing that, and I now see that the World Series picks that up on several of these events. I think this weekend's event, the Gladiator, which is really nice for a low buy-in to be able to increase on day two the levels a little bit and extend the play. In the day 1C of that Win event, late registration is open till 7:30. That's what we got going on at the Win and Venetian.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. And over at the Orleans today, 11 o'clock is a triple stud championship, a 40K guarantee, $600 buy-in. At 4 p.m. at the Orleans is a no limit 2K milestone bankroll builder for a 230 buy-in. At 6 p.m. is the no limit super stack, a 20K guarantee, a $200 buy-in. The Moneymaker MGM Summer Poker Festival, at 10 a.m., we have a $400 no limit, 100K guarantee. That is a 30,000 stack, starting stack, and that is flight A. And then at 6 p.m. is flight B of that $400 no limit tournament at the MGM. Excuse me, I see Brian's having technical. I'm going to try to reinvite him. And I see Veronica has joined us as well. I'm going to invite her up too. Over at the Aria today at 11 o'clock is their $1,100 no limit mystery bounty and has a 500,000 guarantee. And then they have a Bet MGM satellite $400 buy-in, and that starts at 1,800 hours. Over at the Golden Nugget today, we have an 11 o'clock 8-game mixed $340 buy-in, 20K guarantee. At 1,500 hours, we have a no limit 250,000 guarantee, ultimate re-entry, $250 entry. That must be the same. Oh, I'm sorry. They also at 11 have a no limit 250,000 guarantee, $250 buy-in, and the same tournament, another flight is at 1,500 hours. And 1,900 hours is the turbo no limit $250 buy-in, 250K guarantee over at the Nugget.
Are you there, Sherry?
Hello? Can anybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up.
You?
I can hear Sherry. I need to go down because our Caitlin's just phoned me.
Okay.
I'll be back in 5.
Brian, can you hear me?
Can you hear Sherry?
I can't hear her now.
Okay, tell him to go down and come back.
Go down and come back up again. Before I phone my daughter.
Sherry?
Go down and phone.
Here, I'm going to remove him and he'll get the hint. Sorry, Brian. Let's try that again. Hopefully.
All right, well, 5 minutes.
All right, no worries, Donna. That's so funny. You know, technology, we love it. And then it goes awry and we're like, what the heck? But it's okay. It all works out in the end, doesn't it? And we'll see if some folks can get up here or not. All right. I'm trying to get Brian back up here. Let's see if that's going to work. Brian, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, your microphone is terrible.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, no worries. I will start with the event coverage from the WSOP. Event number 12 was a $1,500 no limit, and we have a winner, Simeon Spasov of Bulgaria, took home a $439,000 payday. John Henry Gordon of the U.S. took home $293K in second place. So congratulations to those winners. In event number 13, the Dealer's Choice Championship, we're down to 3 players. Day 4 is today, with Robert Mizraki is still our chip leader. And for those that are keeping track, he was my pick yesterday, and I'm staying with that pick. Unfortunately for Brian, none of his picks are in the top 3, but I'm bragging because, if it was him, he would be doing the same. So Robert has 3.6 million going into day 4. Michael Martinelli of the US has 3.2 million, and Suzuki of Japan has 1.5 million. There's a lot of poker to be played there today. Event number 16 was the 5K no limit, and there are 41 going. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go to event 15, which was the 1,500 pot limit, Omaha high, low, 8 or better. Caleb Firth is in first place as far as chip stacks are concerned with 7.4 million. Andrew Peterson has 3.9 million. Walter Chambers has 3.8 million. And of course, we already covered Andres from Austria, and he has 2.8 million. Notable Daniel Lowry is in sixth place with 1.9 million. As they go in to today, the min cash for this tournament was at 192nd place, and they got $3,007. First place is going to take home 265K. Second place, 1.7K. So good luck to them. Event number 16. Poor Brian's trying to get in the room. Hopefully he's going to sort that out in a minute, because I know it's frustrating. Event number 16 is the 5K no limit hold'em. 41 remaining. Shant Marshallan of the US, and I know I'm saying that incorrectly, has 2.7 million in chips. Anthony Cicero of France has just about 500,000 underneath him with 2.2 million. Mark Turek has 2.2 million. I think he's like 25,000 underneath Anthony in second place. Next, Nate Silver is in fourth place with 1.8
Let's go,
million.
Nate.
There's a lot of poker to be had going into day 3. There are 41 left. First prize is 660,000. And go ahead, Brian. Did you have something to add to that?
Just these. Well, Nate, for one, great guy. But man, Sherry, like these prize pools, it's hard after the World Series to go back and play at a local casino, and you're like, what? This buy-in's so much, and then first
And
prize
there's no
isn't
prize
a
pool.
$500,000. Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, that event 16 had 660 entries and a little over 3 million in a prize pool. So definitely some fun money to be had. But
I
you know
mean,
what
look at this weekend, Sherry. The $300 Gladiator. I think the isn't it a $3 million guarantee or something like that? It's like
It's
absurd.
ridiculous. And I'm going to say to you that one thing I noticed on Event 16's reports, which is always mind-boggling to me, but whoever is on the heap of the 7th largest stack did not report. So we don't even know who it is because they didn't report. Like, I'm reporting. If I have the 7th biggest stack of a tournament, that first prize is 660,000, I'm flipping
Absolutely.
reporting.
I'm reporting, Sherry, and I'm actually over reporting by like maybe 5 or 10K.
Oh, you're so funny. So moving on to event number 17 is $800 no limit deep stack. We have 310 going into this next day. James Calderero of the U.S. has 2.4 million. Min Zhang of the U.S. has just about a little over 2 million. Min cash for this tournament is in 710th place for $1,602. First place is taking home 368,000. Second place, 246,000. Any comments?
Yeah, just it's crazy money on the line.
It is
Really
for eight
a
hundred
lot of fun.
dollars.
It's, I mean, and Chase is in. Did you say what place Chase is in that? Or
Chase has 810K in his bag. So I have 10th place on my sheet here, and 10th
wow,
place has 1.5 million. So he's not too far down that list of players and
you know,
stack sizes.
it's crazy as you make your way through these fields and actually just seeing like the chip counts and stuff like that. You know, for friends that think that there's no skill, it's all luck and that kind of thing, you constantly see, you know, look at the 500, right? We had Sean Deeb and Daniel Negreanu leading it at one point out of 3,500 people. Like, the odds of that are probably not very good, you know, if it's
Very
just all
crazy.
luck.
For those math people, you know those odds are nuts, right? And I just want to give a little shout out. Veronica messaged me. She's working, can't chat, but we're glad you're listening, Veronica. Thank you for joining us. You know, event number 18 is the $1,500 pot limit Omaha tournament. There's 1,469 entries. That prize pool is 1.9 million, and there's 161 entries going into day two. Mike Donalty of the U.S. has 1.2 million. Dan Zach has 953,000. First place is going to get 294,000. Second place, 196,000. Min cash for that tournament is at 221st place, and they will get $3,004. Do you have any comments, Bud?
Yeah, I think Mike's the guy. He's pretty controversial, but he's funny. I think he likes to just bust people's chops a lot, but I think he's definitely a polarizing person. Love him or hate him, right?
Well, and
So
unfortunately, some
he's
of the
funny.
stuff he says doesn't hit home with the female players and females in general. So, you know, I think if he would
What?
just tweak that sometimes, he probably would be better off. But what do I know?
What? Well, actually, that's funny that you say that. I was just going to come out and say he's so funny, and then I realized, you know what? This guy says a lot of stuff that I probably am not aware
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
that that I don't want to ascribe my name
yeah,
to.
probably. But
So,
it's okay. You know, everybody has an opinion. They're a dime a dozen. Speaking of, Barry, what you got for us?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment on Mikey Unbelievable. That was my first introduction to Nick Vertucci when I used to tell Nick he stole Mike Dentali's wardrobe with the biceps. So that was pretty funny.
Oh my God, I forgot you used to do that. It was Oh, that was such a great bit on Spaces when Barry would come in hot with that kind of stuff, and of course Nick was such a great sport about it, and we had lots of fun with that stuff. Thank you for bringing that memory back, Barry. Love that. Let's look at event number 19, which is the 10K no, I'm sorry, 10K Limit Hold'em Championship. There were 104 entries, 54 remain. The prize pool is at 967,000. Um, Juha, and you know I'm not pronouncing this name right. It's Juha Helippi of Finland, or Helip of Finland.
I don't know his last name,
Helippi,
but
I
it's
think
Juha.
it's Helippi, Helppi of Finland. And I'm sorry I'm butchering your name, dude, but congratulations. You're doing well in this tournament. And unfortunately, I cut off the chip stack sizes when I printed this off. So I don't know if somebody could look that up. And Brian, do you have your computer in front of you? Look, look,
Um, I'm having software problems this morning,
not
Sherry.
software, having software problems. Holy smokes. I can't believe it. Well, I'm just going to read the names. He's in first place as far as chip stacks, and then Max Hoffman of the US, Mike Lang, and Anthony Marsico. They're all in the top stack sizes for that tournament. Some notables still in that event, 19, would be Maria Ho, Josh Aria, Ronnie Bardaw, and OBD Baker. So good luck to all of them in event number
Let's
19.
go, Ronnie.
Right? He's so fun. He just cracks me up. People take a lot of what he says so seriously, and I'm like, dude, he's joking. Like, lighten up. But anyway, we all have.
There's a little bit. I'll tell you something funny about Ronnie. There's a little bit of that Philhelmiath like competitiveness in
Oh,
there
hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
for sure.
And I remember railing. What is he a Celtics fan? I can't remember. But I remember, yeah, I think he is because he's from Boston. Last year railing him, and he was so upset with what was going on in the world of basketball, and he would get so hyper and talk 1,000 miles a minute, and it was so fun to listen to him because he was so passionate about his team, right? And that's what makes sports so amazing is just the love of sports, and people just are into it, and I love that because I am too. I want to kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit, Brian. I know I told you I was working on it, but I heard from Joe Stapleton, and he is going to join us for an interview on Friday at our 4:30 space time. So Joe Stapleton will join us 4:30 Pacific time in our space on Friday afternoon. So I'm excited about that. Joe is, of course, a comedian and commentator, and it'll be fun to get to know him, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of laughs. Okay, Brian, you got anything this morning?
He is very funny, for sure. Yeah, last night ran deep in the ACR, and good to hear the good to hear Brad there win. That's crazy. He's a machine. Like he should be the commercial guy for the clubs. Like how much value he's won what 30,000 in seats plus travel and everything.
Well, it may actually be a little more than that because I don't know what he won before I started following him, right? So it's at
Yeah,
the
I mean,
least
we're
that.
just talking this
Yeah.
year,
Yep.
Sherry, right?
Yep.
30 and there somebody said it's the triple crown, like that's totally true. 36,000, right? I think probably because they're usually $12,000 packages.
Close enough. Whatever.
$36,000 on two club memberships. Like he should be on the commercials.
I love it. And I wanted to revisit, we talked about with Isaac yesterday. There's kind of like a little bit of a back door into getting um, free membership.
A free month. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was unlimited. Like it was. Anyway, if you're interested in what we were talking about yesterday, DM me and I'll send you the information because one of our listeners sent me the information about the postcard, sending it in and all that stuff. And you get that, what would normally be a 10.
all of these yeah, all of these sites are trying to do that to align themselves with sweepstakes laws. We'll see whether that works out for them or not.
Right.
But
Right. So if you want,
in the meantime,
yeah, if you want that information, DM it to me. Somebody was gracious enough to send it to me. If you want that $10 a month membership for free, DM me and I'll forward you the information. I make no guarantees or warranties. I'm just passing information on. So there you have it.
I mean, let's just say, Sherry, I had a meeting with an attorney about doing club software,
Right.
and he was not in favor.
Well, yeah, because there's too much gray area. Hello. I mean,
yeah, he wasn't so much gray. He was, yeah.
I'm being gracious.
So
I know.
we're gonna stay out of that business, but we'll play on the sites all the time. So it's
okay,
all
not
good.
we.
Hopefully for them,
Because I don't play very often,
Well,
usually on special occasions. But anyway, welcome to the panel this morning. Our guest co-host, and today is going to be her last day as our guest co-host. And I love her so much, and hope she's just going to join us from time to time and give us updates of what's going on and her poker life and what she's doing at the WSOP and so on. Hello, Maureen.
Hi, I finally made it. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, but I've been listening the whole way. So I only have one thing to add. Everything was very informative. I don't know if you covered the MSPT winner.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Okay. So this caught my eye. So Chris Myers won the MSPT tournament over at the Venetian. He won it for 158,100 US dollars. And a friend of mine got second, one of the French grinders, who's a regular at King's Casino. So Safini Bari, he got second for $117,054. So congratulations to them both.
Hell yeah. Congratulations to them both. And, is there anything sweeter when you're just seeing your friends do well or people you've played with and you're like, oh, I recognize that. I played with them or I ran into them or whatever the relationship is. And it's just fun to be able to um, put a name with the dollar amount won, right?
Yeah,
There's only
exactly.
one thing sweeter. There's only one thing sweeter than that, Sherry, is when it's
Well,
yourself.
of course. Well, of course. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But I did want to bring up something that somebody posted on Facebook. And it actually happened to me not so long ago when I was playing at Harris Cherokee, North Carolina. And so when I read it, I was like, damn, that happened to me. Um, so I'm just going to read the tweet. The Facebook post. I'm really not even going to name the person that wrote it because, he's not here to talk about it himself. But this was yesterday, in today's $800 bracelet event, an unusual situation occurred. After Under the Gun went all in, everyone folded to the big blind, who then realized she only had one card. Since significant action had taken place, the floor was called to rule on the situation. And I'm going to stop right there because I want to know.
It's dead hand.
Okay, Brian says it's a dead hand. Donna, what do you think?
Miss Deal, dead hand.
Okay, there's a difference between misdeal and dead
No.
hand, but
Oh, dead
Maureen,
hand.
I'm sorry,
Dead hand.
dead hand. Okay, and Maureen, I know you were on that post too, so I'm not even going to ask you. But because significant action had taken place, it was indeed a dead hand. And so the big blind didn't even have a chance to play the hand if she wanted to. And the reason why I brought it up is because this happened to me when I was in the small blind and I lost my small blind. And from that day forward, because normally I don't touch my cards except to put my coin on top of them until it's my turn. But from that day forward, I have always checked the number of cards I have, and I highly recommend you do the
Yeah.
same. Otherwise, you could be forfeiting your big blinds in a dead hand because too much action has taken place. Any other comments?
Yeah, I think she should get to play the hand with one card, right?
That's when you know you're really good. Go ahead, Maureen.
Yeah, my only comment is, this is just a cautionary tale. Pay attention. And I even asked on that thread, it happens a lot at WSOP because the rails are looser than at other casinos. I even asked, did they check under the rail? So for me, I don't know what the procedure is, but usually if someone's missing a card, also in the big blind, it's an odd situation to be missing a card. Normally it's the button who doesn't get their second card. Usually the dealer should count down the deck. And if the dealer doesn't count down the deck after the hand is over, I would also maybe request that just to make sure you're playing with a full deck of cards, that the card's not under the rail.
Great point that I was hoping you were going to make because I saw your comments and I was like, yes, that is such a great point because guess what? A card slides under the rail and, nobody saw it. And here we are. And now we're playing with one card short of a full deck, which, I do that daily, but that's beside the point. Maureen, did you have anything else you wanted to bring up today?
No, not at the moment. I think that. Oh, sorry. Yes, I do, because I just saw Twitter. Apparently, Gladiator starts today. and the
Right.
line is already crazy. So I don't know
Ugh.
if anyone there is live at the line who can give us an update.
I think that line's going to be nuts because it's just such a low price point that I think it's just going to attract so many that line's going to be nuts all day. What do you guys think?
Yeah, $200 rebuy or two $300 rebuys per flight in that. So I don't know. We'll see. Sherry, you might end up on an airplane here after
No,
get some things ran.
no.
My daughter says, "Excuse
Hey,
you."
tell them, daughter. Tell them. We're trying to tell them too. The answer to that is
No,
mystery is no. You hear Donna.
Brian,
If
I
you
will
guys,
skip myself. I will get alone and I will fly over
it'll
to
be
Vegas myself and I will make sure that you're not there. Doubt
Jim,
me?
I'll be telling Poker News. Don't report my chips. See, Sherry. Now you know why the guy doesn't report his chips at the end of the day.
It's really Brian. He's already there. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Oops.
Thing is, Brian, I also know a lot of poker news people and other news people too, so you're screwed.
They'll be on the watch out.
You're on the watch list now.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout.
Are we going to have to put your picture behind the security desk like what happened with somebody last year? I mean, we could do it.
Yeah, exactly.
We could do it.
It's been known to happen.
It has been known to happen. And, it is what it is, right? I'm going to go ahead and read out some fun facts, some interesting facts about some Hall of Fame inductees. In 2007, Barbara Enright was inducted, and Barbara was the first woman to win an open event at the WSOP and the first woman to win 3 WSOP bracelets. As of 2023, Barbara is the only woman to make the WSOP main event final table. In 1995, in 1995 is when she made that final table. I think it's about time another woman makes the final table, don't you? And actually wins the event. In my opinion, that would be the next moneymaker effect in poker.
That would be awesome.
It would be so exciting. It would really fire up the women in poker, I'll tell you. In 2007, Phil Hellmuth, the poker brat, was inducted. But did you know he had some other nicknames? Anybody might have a stab at what those nicknames are?
Oh my gosh.
Aha. Did I actually stump Brian or not?
You stumped me for sure.
One of them
that is weird.
He's the John McEnroe of poker, which I thought was funny being a tennis
Yeah, I
fan.
remember that in
Right?
being called John McEnroe poker,
Yeah,
because
I
John
did too.
McEnroe used to be a bad boy on
Well,
the
speaking of
court.
Sherry, the youngins are going, who?
I don't disagree. And Donna, I think, stumbled on the other nickname. The bad boy of poker is another nickname of his.
Yeah, I should have gotten that one.
And now that we hear it, of course, we're all going, oh, yeah, I did hear that. Or, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Phil and his wife actively give to the Hefner International Organization. And this organization benefits developing villages in the world's poorest of countries, giving them livestock, poultry, and grain, which I thought was an interesting fact about Phil and his wife. In 2008,
well,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Another interesting thing about him isn't his wife a psychologist?
She's a psychiatrist, I think.
Psychiatrist?
Yes. Yep.
It's pretty appropriate. Yep. Pretty appropriate.
Absolutely. You have to wonder what she thinks about his tirades. But anyway, in 2008, Henry Orstein was inducted to the Hall of Fame. Henry was born in Poland and was a Holocaust survivor. He came to the U.S. as a refugee after the war and worked hard at inventing. Henry held more than 100 patents, including for the Transformer toy line. which I found very interesting because in my attic, as we speak, I probably have 200 or 300 Transformer toys. And that was my oldest son's favorite toy. So Henry definitely had some great inventions. In 2008, Dwayne Dewey Tomko was inducted. Dewey was a kindergarten teacher turned pro poker player. Dewey financed his education by playing poker in the back rooms of pool halls, something he began at the age of 16. So that's our inductee um, fun facts or info for the day. Any comments?
Very nice, Sherry. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I love getting to know them better for sure. Who is
Dewey Tomko? I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't either. And when we start talking about some of these inductees, I also am worried that I'm going to talk about them and maybe they've passed on already or they haven't, and I make a mistake thinking they did. And so I'm always concerned, not nervous, but concerned that I'm going to say the wrong thing. Um, you know, it would not be.
Well, it says it does say he's 77 years old, and he is an American former kindergarten teacher turned professional poker player. So, which is basically the same
Right.
thing.
Absolutely. I love it. I've got some fun facts. What year were gold bracelets introduced as prizes for the WSOP? Take a guess. Maureen, you first.
Oh, because I think I know this. Didn't it only start the second year of the competition or third year? But I don't
What?
know the exact date.
Well, give me a year.
I don't know. Well, I have to do math because 22. I don't know. I'm too
Come
stressed
on.
to do math. I'm
All
too
right.
stressed to do math.
All right, Brian, give me your guess. What year were gold bracelets introduced?
I'm gonna put in a guess from my daughter of 2019, and then I'm gonna guess. Oh, or 1998. Oh, 2000 or 1998. I'm gonna say 1980. 1980.
Okay, Donna, do you have a guess?
78.
1978. And
darn you,
because I
Donna.
already know the answer, of course, I'm not guessing. Hello. It was actually introduced as a prize in 1976, which of course was bicentennial year. So Donna was the closest, but she went over.
No!
Okay, so in 1982, the bracelets were replaced with a different item. What was that item? Donna, you first.
Let Brian or Maureen go because I'm driving a minute. Let me have time to think.
All right, Brian, you're next.
I was reading the tweet that they want us to post. Ask me the question again. I'm sorry.
Brian. In 1982, the bracelets were replaced with what item?
Rings.
1982.
Okay, she said rings. Okay. Brian, what do you say?
1982, they were replaced with.
Quick Googling.
I know one year. No, I'm not. I would not cheat. I know one year they replaced, or they not replaced. I didn't think they replaced it, but they gave you your weight in silver.
Okay. Maureen, what's your answer for that question?
I have no idea. I learned something new today.
All right. In 1982, the bracelets were replaced with a gold wristwatch. However, that didn't last long.
I should have got
The
that.
very following year, 1983, the watches were replaced with their bracelets, and they have been bracelets ever since 1993. So the watches were only for 1 year, and I guess the crowds didn't like it, so they went back to the bracelets.
Yeah, I don't want no watch. I want a bracelet, Sherry.
I have to say I do too.
Unless it's an online win, then whatever.
All right, here's another trivia question. In 2000, at the 2000 WSOP series, how many players became millionaires? I'm going to let Brian go first.
Which year? You broke up for a second there.
2023.
2023. 15.
All right. Maureen, you're going to go second.
You're killing me here. I don't know because let me just think, because bounty winners 1 million. I think there was only 1 million maker, 1 main event winner, definitely, and then all the side events. I don't know, maybe 9.
Maureen, I'm gonna give.
She said 9.
Maureen, I'm gonna give you a hint.
Yeah.
My read on Sherry's response to mine is I'm either like dead on or way off.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say 9.
All
9.
Right. Donna, what's your guess?
19.
She said 19. Barry, you have a guess on this one? I'm sorry, I left you out. You could have been answering these too. You there, Barry? He may be on to PT or something this morning. Okay. 25 players became millionaires at the 2023 series. And I love that I'm stumping all of you guys with these questions.
Damn it, I was going to say 25 and I thought, no, it's a little bit too high that. I'll go for 19 instead of shit.
Well, the good news is you were closest without going over. So by Bob Barker rules, you're the winner.
2-0 to me. 2-0 to me.
Okay, here is the last. Okay, here comes Jonathan. He may want to play. And I'm sorry I didn't think about letting Barry answer. I just, spaced out. Hey, Jonathan, what you got for us this morning?
I was just wanting to join in on the trivia.
Perfect. Okay, let me think about how to word this so I don't give it away. All right, I'm going to give this, it's a couple of different answers I'm looking for. First of all, what year was the hole cards being shown on a broadcast? What year did that take place for the first time? For the first time, what year were hole cards shown on a live broadcast? And I'm going to start with Maureen on this one. She'll love me for making her start first.
No, but I think I remember this and I should know it. And I think WPT was the first one with the lipstick cameras. And I thought it was the 90s, but I don't remember the exact year.
All right. Well, you got the second part of the question correct without it even being asked yet. So WPT was the first broadcast,
sorry.
which I love. No, I love that. I love that she's answering questions I haven't even had a chance to ask yet. So, Jonathan, what year were the whole cars broadcasted by WPT for the first time?
I was thinking it was the year before Moneymaker, but could be wrong. Well, I'll say 2002.
All right. Brian, what year?
2001.
All right. Donna, what year?
Screw you, Brian. 2000.
Are you saying 2000, Leslie?
I am, yeah. And I'm also saying screw Brian because you picked my
We
answer.
figured as much. And I'm going to tell you.
Well, my answer was going to be 2000, but I realized yours was going to be 2001. So
I love it. Go ahead, Isaac. Welcome.
Welcome. Indeed. 1999?
Oh, good guess, but it was 2003. The WPT broadcasted on what channel whole cars for the first time? And we're going to start with Jonathan this time. What channel?
ESPN.
All right. Donna, what channel?
Oh my
This is
gosh.
bad because I don't know your channels over there.
Oh, that's
So I
true.
said CNN.
You're going to say CNN. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not, but
Maureen.
Fake
I've got
fake news, Donna.
All right, Brian. What channel, Brian?
Travel Channel.
All right. Ding, ding, ding,
Ding 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 ding.
He is absolutely correct. And I have a feeling
I got
he
one.
is Googling it or his sidekick is, but we're going to pretend like they're not. Isaac, go ahead.
You know, funny enough, I did Google it, and it says it was in 1999 on a British Channel 4 late night poker program.
Oh.
Well,
yeah, it was late night poker, and it
Boo.
was the head of the mob lad, which is Barney Boatman, his brother, Joe Beavers.
I don't
There
know
was
though. I think Isaac's admitting to cheating there.
he is,
Say
but
night.
No, I
that
Googled it after
That
because
was
I
his quote
remember
unquote
seeing it in some video
guess.
when
but
they were
I
talking
love
about the
that
technology.
we get information corrected, right? The information I have is that in
That's
2003, WPT was broadcasted on the Travel Channel showing whole cars for the first time. So I guess it's probably the first time WPT did it then, right? So then, Isaac, go ahead and read what you're Googling and cheating with and tell us what they're
Well,
saying
look,
about it.
I looked up. First poker game hole cards shown on TV, and then it came up in poker. A hole cam or pocket cam is a camera that displays a player's face down cards known as hole cards on to television viewers. The hole cam became popular in 1999 when the late night poker program began using it in televised tournaments shown on British Channel 4.
Awesome. Thank you for that update. And you guys always know I want the correct information for us to disseminate. I love that.
Those dang Brits,
I
Sherry.
know, assholes. I mean, I love them so much.
actually, Isaac, you just took me back. So when I used to watch late night poker and with the whole cards too, so yeah, it's not like the whole cards are today. It was totally different. But yeah, I remember the whole cards and everything.
Awesome. She's
Good
that old. Hey,
times.
she's that old.
Hey, I may be
My
that old,
guy.
but you don't
The
underestimate us
graphics.
oldest.
The graphics had to be like hammered into stone, so it took a little bit of time each hand.
Well, that's because the dinosaur was running the wheel to make that hammer work.
Right, right.
Shout out to Fred Flintstone. Okay, let's get on to the last part of this little trivia. All right. I want you to know, let's see, let me see how I'm going to phrase this. Everyone thinks that Moneymaker was the first person to have won the main event after winning his entry via satellite. But actually, there was somebody that did it before him. And Isaac, no cheating on Google. There was
I'm gonna
somebody
keep my
that
mic on so
actually,
you know I'm not.
there was actually
Yeah.
someone before Moneymaker that
This is kind of a cheater question,
won the
Sherry.
main event after he satellited his way to it. So, who is the other person or actually the first person to have done it? Jonathan, any guesses?
I'll guess Robert Varconi.
All right.
You
Maureen.
remember that guy?
That's a good guess based on his
All
play.
right. Maureen, any guesses?
I'm just really confused right now because I always thought Moneymaker was the first one to qualify online. So no idea.
Okay. Isaac, any guesses?
He's quiet. He's
Now he's
cheating.
cheating. He shut his mic off. That's what Donna said, Isaac. I
No,
didn't
no, no.
say it.
I turned my mic off because I'm talking to somebody else, y'all.
It's clickety clackety clickety
Any
clackety.
guesses, Isaac?
Oh, Jesus.
All right, Donna, any guesses?
I pass on
No
this one.
worries. Brian, any guesses?
Action Dan Harrington.
Oh, that is a great guess as well. And I just want to point out that
it was a trick
no,
question.
no. When Maureen said online, I'm like, okay, did this person do it online or was it a satellite like at the WSOP? So I want to say it was online, although I'm not certain.
What?
Because let me read how it was worded. Tom, it's I said this wrong yesterday. Now McCovey was the first player to have won the main event after winning his entry via satellite back in 1993. So it didn't say online or not.
It was at the World Series. They've had, I mean, in the 90s they definitely had satellites there, and it was a big way to get into the main, obviously, like it always is, because people don't, I mean, $10,000 buy-in, you're supposed to have $1 million bankroll. So how many of those people have $1 million bankroll playing in that tournament? So I know I do not. So at least one.
Yeah, I'm still getting that together.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Online poker didn't even exist in 1993, did
That's
it?
what I was thinking. When she said that, I was like, I don't think there was online poker to win a satellite at that time. So we're going to just say it like this. If somebody wants to research us and update us on that, we're just going to say Tom's was in person satellite and Moneymakers was, of course, on Poker Stars. It was an $86 satellite on Poker Stars. So if anybody can correct us on that or look that up, that'll be good.
Isaac can cheat on this one.
Yeah, and
pretty sure that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, because I had a poker quiz because I was on the Poker in the Ears as the super fan. So I studied up on poker trivia. So that's how I knew the Poker Stars question. And Poker Stars went live on September 11th, 2001.
Right. So I think that
Yeah.
I think to say what I just outlined is probably correct. That one was in live a live satellite and the other was an online satellite. I'm going to add Jonathan and see what he wants to contribute. Go ahead, Jonathan, when you can hear us. Go ahead, Jonathan. He may still be connecting. Isaac, did you have something to add?
No, I do not at the moment.
Okay, no worries. Jonathan, can you hear us, bud?
You mean me or the actual Jonathan?
Oh, I forgot.
The actual Jonathan.
I'm sorry, there's a John. I'm sorry, Jonathan. John, did you have something to add? I'm trying to do too many things at once.
Oh, no, you're good.
Apologies.
I was just going to say the 90s one had to be in person because the first online poker site was Paradise Poker, and that wasn't until like 1997. So
Perfect. I love it when we all pitch in together and try to figure out stuff. That's probably my most favorite thing.
I think Dutch was maybe either it was right around that time of when Paradise started, or even maybe I'm not sure. I always thought he had one of the first ones, but maybe Paradise was first. Anyway, not that it matters.
Well, and I want to read a message that I got. And I'm just going to let people know that it takes me a while to get to the DMs when I'm hosting, just because I'm just trying to read my notes, trying to write notes, trying to, get people up to the panel, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sorry there's always going to be a delay from me reading the DMs, but I did want to bring this up from a friend of mine. Who must have wrote this when I was reading out that Phil Hellmuth was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2017. And I'm not going to say who wrote this, but I just think it's hilarious. She said, so Hellmuth has me blocked on Twitter because of my opinion about his burn the motherfucker down tirade. All I said was if anyone else had said that, we'd be arrested. Why is it okay just because it's Hellmuth to say it? What a baby, laughing my ass off. So I love my friends. And you know she's right. All of us would be arrested if we threatened to burn down the WSOP. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny and wanted to share it. Now, in our chat, I'm trying to bring it up because Berkey's henchman put something in the chat. I can't bring it up. Can anybody else see it? Maybe he deleted it. I'm not sure, but I don't show that it's there anymore. But he was saying, how can we be calling out Isaac for cheating, Googling, when this whole thing's rigged anyway? Dude, it's just for fun. We're just having fun with this.
Damn, I wasn't even tripping.
We are just having fun. As a matter of fact, these were just supposed to be fun facts and it turned into a trivia game and I love it. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure I come back loaded for a trivia game about poker because I love me some trivia and obviously the rest of you do too. Anybody have anything else they'd like to comment?
Well,
Go ahead.
that's how you got in on the share of the 5% there, Sherry.
Exactly.
You were a trivia master.
Yeah, well, not.
Although I will say, Sherry got really, really lucky because she was playing me, and I got on a super heater in the tournament. During our game, I went from like 50,000 chips to like 500,000.
Because of Sherry luck, I might
missed
add.
half of the answers.
With Sherry luck, you went up.
I mean, I don't know. We should probably play trivia in every tournament that I ever play. Maybe that's the key.
Well, being on behalf of those that had to go through that process with you, it wasn't easy. And for me, it was because I was, tending with a baby at the time. But, Brian, I think I brought you Sherry luck. You tenfolded your stack with me trying to play trivia with you. Just my mere.
I'm gonna make a Sherry luck card.
I love that. That's hilarious. But anyway, anybody else have anything they'd like to bring up or share with us? Anybody playing some poker today? Or whatever you want to talk about, folks.
I'm always playing poker.
What are you playing?
At the moment, I am playing on Club GG in a game. And I was just playing a couple ACR tournaments when I woke up. Going hard in the 55-cent games. But yeah, just practicing.
I love that. And practice makes perfect. We all know that from growing up, right? I want to remind everybody that Joe Stapleton is going to join us Friday at 4:30 Pacific for our weekly interview show. So I'm excited Joe's going to join us at that day and time, Friday at 4:30 Pacific. Maureen, what are you doing? Didn't you travel to Davos today? Uh-oh, she may be tied up. We may have lost her.
No, I'm here. Sorry. I was typing. I put some links with some articles about the lipstick cameras and the history of online poker on Twitter. So I was typing. And yes, I was in Davos today. Not at the poker club or nothing to do with poker. I had to fix my garden. And basically, I had no street, and no water. So I wasn't expecting that.
Are you staying overnight or are you going back home today?
No, I'm back home. That's why I couldn't jump on earlier, because there was a thunderstorm, there was lightning. I couldn't hear because of all the rain. And I had to wait till I got home.
No worries. Well, we're glad you made it safe and sound so you can join us today. That's for sure.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to bring up or discuss before we head out the door?
No, I'm just gonna be also in the zone poker tomorrow through July 10th. I'm going to Slovenia. Trying to get a flag in Slovenia because it's my birthday weekend. And then
flag bunker.
Thank you. And then basically, I'm off to Vegas next week. So hope to see you guys. If you see me walking around, come up and say hello. I'm usually, with the phone in my face, but I'm just trying to catch up on messages during my break. But you can always just say, "Hey, Maureen," and I'll stop.
Well, and I love that, and I love you, and thank you so much for co-hosting with us this week. You're always a delight and a wealth of information, and the mere fact that I was able to stump you with some of my questions and trivia this morning just makes my day.
Yes, thank you for having me. It was great fun. I'll try to listen once I get to Vegas, but co-hosting again will be hard because, like I said, I'm going to try to be in the zone playing, trying to get a bracelet and some
And
deep runs.
And listen, we want you to focus on your poker first and foremost, of course. But anytime you have some free time, you want to stop by and chat with us, you're always welcome, and we will look forward to it.
Thank you so much, and thank you, everyone. It's a great group.
You are most welcome.
Yeah,
And go ahead, Brian.
thanks for joining us, Maureen. Definitely livened everything up. You were great.
Love it. Donna, any last parting words, anything you want to bring up, comments, whatever, love?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Maureen. You know I love you, and I wish you all the best, and obviously we'll stay in touch. And I'm going for a drive later, and I think I might chuck myself in a fucking dam or something.
Oh, Lord, just drive
Go
slowly.
for a swim.
Just
Go for a swim.
drive slowly, you lunatic.
Yeah. Be careful out there, Donna, and love you too. And we have a big summer, and then we get to get into shenanigans again in Malta Poker Festival.
Oh my God, yeah.
No.
Malta's going to be mental. Yeah,
That'll be October,
because he's
folks, so
not,
stay tuned for those side notes.
Yes.
If I
yeah,
win,
because
if
he's
I
not only me now. There's going to be both of us together, and we have on it. Oh my God, it's going to be crazy.
Go
if I
ahead,
win the
Brian.
main event, guys, I'm there for sure.
All right,
If
cool,
you
Brian.
if you
Just
meet
need to win
hey,
the main event.
Same here. Same
if
here.
if you win the main event, I'm there too because my 1.25% will give me enough for my airfare.
That would be
So
so awesome.
I'm
Oh,
in.
I would love it. I would love it. That would
That
be
would be
so
so
great. People,
amazing.
my favorite thing to do when they set the final table for the main event is to go back a few days before day one and see all the final table people begging for for steaks, and then everybody saying how they're not worth it.
Oh my
It's just
God.
so funny.
It is funny.
Um,
And a little bit
did you
sad.
see? Yeah, did you see ODB's fantasy league there? 709 entries, $354,500 prize pool.
That's insane.
That is insane. Can you imagine, like, Sherry, if we ever start, like, your $10 thing, if it gets up to, like, you know hundreds of thousands of dollars, like, we're not doing it. Like,
No, we're not.
I'm gonna
We're
put the
not.
kibosh. I don't want to be responsible. No, I'm not.
No.
Just to clear the air, Sherry's responsible for the $100
You notice
$200
how
or
I
whatever
always get held,
whatever it
I
is.
always end up holding the bag. But in this case,
Yeah.
I don't mind because, we're having fun with it. And I think maybe next week we're going to kind of kick more into high gear about our teams in the Spaces Fantasy League, because I felt like we should wait until some points are collected on the teams, and before we really get into the shit talking and dissecting what's going on those teams. I just think it'll be more fun if everybody's got some points and their players have actually played. And so, yeah, looking forward to that Spaces Fantasy League for sure. Isaac, you have anything you'd like to bring up or comments or questions?
Not at all. Just y'all have a good one. And yeah, can't wait to get to Vegas. And Maureen, follow me back. And yeah, that's everything.
Barry Levy, do you have anything for us? He may have dozed off. I'm not sure if he was in the spaces all night long or not, but I appreciate
Well,
him being here.
that's what the elderly do, Sherry.
Hey, quit. Hey, I resemble that remark, and it's okay. Oh, Barry heard that. But anyway, Barry, I wanted to give you a chance to speak if you wanted to before we sign off, bud. And if you're busy, it's not a problem. John Robertson, how about you?
I'm good for today. I'm gonna go play cash later. Well, so hope that goes well. But
Well, good luck, bud.
in one of your future spaces, I do want to talk about the posts about people not sitting at their table on time because they don't want to be the fourth person. I want to talk about that. I have
Well,
feelings.
well, you know what? I love that you brought that up, and why can't we talk about it now? Are you in a rush?
Oh no, it just sounded like you
Okay.
were done, so I was just like I didn't want to extend your space longer than you wanted to extend it. But
Well, and I appreciate you being conscious of that, but um, I have some time, and so do others, I hope. Why don't you tell us what you're referring? I know what you're referring to, but I want you to tell our listening audience what you're referring to.
well, last night when my wife and daughter,
I can't hear him, so I'm going down and coming back up.
Go ahead, John.
last night my wife and daughter were watching a musical, so I didn't want to watch that, so I was scrolling Twitter, and I just randomly came upon this tweet where a guy was mad at Alan Kessler. Now, before we even get into this, I like Alan. I think he's fine. I think he's quirky. I'm not trying to pick on the guy, but he was hovering around the table when they were waiting to start their table because you got to have 4 people at the table to start, right? And there was 3 sitting there, and then Alan just stands around hovering around the table, and then when other people show up, he finally sits down so they can play 6 or 7 handed instead of 3, or 4. But I don't know. I have feelings about the way that works, so I just wanted to see what other people thought before I kind of. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it.
Well, and when I read about it, I was like, oh, that's so smart because it's running off the clock, right? And
Right.
then I was like, oh, it's such an angle as well.
That is
So,
my thought. I thought it was an
yeah,
angle,
yeah,
but
and it is. I mean, let's face it, it is definitely an angle. And you know what? He's been around poker so many years that he gets it, and he sees the EV in that, right? Um, I have mixed feelings about it because I I wish they would make it 5 players or more. Like once 5 players or more are seated at the table, the game can begin. I don't like that as 4 players. It's not fair because your table is going through hands much faster than a table that has a ring of 9. So that's where I'm at. What do you say, software?
I'm sorry, you guys were cutting out for a minute there.
That's code for he's doing something else and wasn't listening. Jahan, go ahead and give him the bullet points.
well, I thought he probably read he said he was reading the tweet earlier, so I don't know. I just I'm with you on the 5 people thing. I agree that should be the number, and that should be the rule. Like 5 makes more sense because you're definitely flying through the blinds, and it gives an advantage to people who are better at shorthanded play. But again, it's also part of the luck of the game, right? Like the luck of the game is where you get sat. So I don't know.
Well, it's illegal to do to just go stand there and not sit at your table. Like that's already illegal. So whoever it is should have at least gotten a penalty.
It was Alan Kessler.
Yeah, I mean, there's some debate though. Alan replied to that tweet saying that the tournament hadn't started or something. I didn't understand his reply because he does know the rule. So
right. No, Alan
because the guy
admitted.
said that.
I was looking at Alan's tweets. He basically admitted that the tournament had started. This table just hadn't filled yet, right? So he admitted that he would refuse
Right.
he refused to sit down and play 4-handed, and so he was just hovering around and waiting. He basically admitted that in a reply to another tweet. So that's why I was like, because I know Alan knows the rules. I've met Alan, and I know Alan. I mean, I don't know him personally, but we've talked. He's fine. He doesn't bother me. And I hated to start drama really about him specifically. I would just rather talk about the rule because I know it happens in other casinos, and I've seen it happen around here, even locally. I'm not even in Vegas, but like I know that stuff happens. But I just think it's a little sketch.
Yeah, I
Maureen?
agree.
For sure.
Yeah, go ahead, Maury.
I mean, I'm not going to comment on the WSOP Alan Kessler, but in general, like I know when tables break, right? And then people are supposed that the tournament director even says, you know, go to your next table as quickly as you can. And then if I'm playing and like you can totally see people trying to dodge, trying to see if they're the big blind or not. And at King's Casino, you know, a lot of us players know each other, and we're like, if he's gonna, you know, sit down at the big blind, or you know, sit down that he misses the big blind, we're going to call the TD, and they usually hand out a penalty. So you know, if people are making it really obvious, of course, I would ask the dealer the TD, and like dealers. Most of the time also see it, you know, or ask the player, hey, what table? Oh, 86, you're right here with me, you know, sit down, go play your big blind. So, but at the start of the tournament, I think it's always a little tricky. At least WSOP has the rule too, that if you buy your ticket before cards in the air, your chip stack's in play. So that should de-incentivize people, right, to be late, because they're blind off your stack. But there's always situations, you know, maybe the table's not opening fast enough, etc. And then I would also say, you know, if you're like within a hand's reach of the table, I mean, come on, you're there, right?
Well, he was actually hovering the table, and I would
Yeah,
love for him. Maybe we can talk to him later, and ask him to come on tomorrow morning and give us a little bit of a breakdown of what took place.
yeah.
But it, you know, it seemed, you know, and again, I wasn't there. It seems the story in quotes, that he was hovering around the table and not sitting down, you know, because it was four-handed. And so, and he would have been the fourth. Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, eventually he was even sitting at the table. He just didn't check in. He didn't give his receipt or receive his chips, so he was just waiting patiently.
Well, there you go. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. And, you know, some people would say that's brilliant, right? Why start four-handed when it's going to cost you more in the long run because it goes so fast? So I think there's lots of different ways to look at it, but it definitely is an interesting topic of conversation. Anybody else want to comment on it? I want to thank Matt Berkey's henchman, because in the chat he wrote, newsflash, so to speak, the gladiator is going to play 10-handed today. 10-handed tables. So there you go. Be prepared for a 10-handed table, folks, for the gladiator. All right, Brian, do you have anything else, or can we wrap it up, bud?
No, we can wrap it up. Sounds good. Have a great day, my friends. Shout
Appreciate
out to
everybody.
Fanboy down there, my buddy. See you soon. Barry Levy and John and Maureen, ASG, SM Burrow, Isaac, Donna, and Sherry. I will hopefully we'll see all you guys soon.
I know that's right. I'm looking forward to it, getting excited about it. Please keep us updated, whether you're playing online, in person, whether you're at the WSOP or in California or Switzerland playing. We want to hear all about it. So tune in, let us know. We'd love to hear what you're doing on the felt and in real life. And, you know, we enjoy all of it. So appreciate all of you that are listening. Those of you that are going to listen on replay, appreciate you as well. And I hope everybody has a lucky day on the felt. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.